Hi, welcome to Conversion Conversations. Sorry for the mess, but today's video is a bit last minute, something just arrived that I want to take a look at. So if you're here because you wanted to find out what sort of exclusive Transformers or Masterpiece figures you could win by donating to my Extra Life, there's a link down below, but that video of the walkthrough of the toy department is going to have to wait a week. These guys are going to wait a week. We're not going to look at any customs this week because from Amazon just arrived Optimus Prime. We have the alternate universe Optimus Prime. If you've been following the channel, you probably know I haven't taken a look at Siege Prime. I haven't taken a look at Earthrise Prime. At Fan First Friday, they just announced a new Netflix Siege Prime. That's the Earthrise mold, which is very confusing to me. But I've avoided all that because my Optimus Prime is still the first edition Prime. I really like this mold. I really like this design. I love this character. This is my Optimus Prime. So in terms of blue pants, red shirt wearing Optimuses, this is the one I'm sticking with. But since we've got Dead Universe Prime or Alternate Universe Prime here with a different color scheme, I was like, oh, that's an opportunity for me to pick it up and keep colors different. So our box is, cardboard with Prime's CAD printed on it. It looks pretty nice. I don't know if it's something I'm going to worry about keeping. It looks like we've got maybe it's a reflection of Ultra Magnus Hot Rod NRC looking at him. We're going to go ahead and slice our two tabs right here and open him up. And there in our little coffin is Earthrise Dead Prime, Alternate Universe Prime, which as far as I know is just a different color scheme, which looking at him, I already really love the color scheme. Black pants on Optimus just does something for me. Okay, so here we've got that we don't care about, these instructions, which we'll see if we can muddle through without them. One thing that is a bit of a bummer is that we are getting, I guess for me it doesn't matter because I didn't own this before, but if you have Earthrise Prime, then you have this trailer already. I guess now the nice thing is if you don't want two trailers, or I guess if you don't want any, there's the Siege Optimus Prime, so you don't have to worry about this little box here. And we have his gun right here. So that's interesting that this is like silver instead of black. I guess it's just, again, alternate colors. But yeah, this is the first time I've ever messed with him. Just kind of looking at, oh, he's still got bands on him, doesn't he? Now that he is debanded, this is one thing that's kind of a bummer is, I guess since he is a corpse, you can't really do corpse without body mode. So here he is in his robot mode. The big difference is his head, which is done, I mean, that is super nice. We've got, damage on the head. We've got paint damage, cracks in his faceplate. We've got damage right here. I wonder if they did an exit wound. That'd be kind of cool. It doesn't look like it. I mean, it feels like a very nice Voyager. From what I've heard, Earthrise Prime is a really good mold. Comparing him to my Optimus Prime, here's what he looks like. The way I've heard Earthrise Prime described is kind of mini Masterpiece. And you can definitely tell that he has that Masterpiece silhouette if we compare him to actual MP44. I mean, again, like this, the proportions look similar. So instead of paying, I forget, I think I paid like $250 for my Masterpiece Optimus Prime. At 1/5 of the price, you get this Prime. And I kind of like having them next to each other because it really can be an alternate universe, different body types and everything. I do dig that. God, it feels nice in hand. I don't know if this will convince me to get like Siege Optimus Prime to check that mold out unless they did a really different color scheme. In terms of articulation, we've got a good wobble around that head, 360, 90 degrees on those shoulders. We've got 90 degrees on his elbows, a bicep swivel, wrist swivel, and open and close hands, which are nice. No real slot, it looks like, in the hands to make sure he holds his gun, but it seems like he can hold on to that thing just fine without it. Well, oh no. I was wrong. There's a sculpted like 3/4 of a groove, so you can make sure he holds it fine. Waist swivel, kind of hampered by his little butt back plate. Full Van Dam, no problem. Goes up, goes back that far before it hits the back plate. That knee is very well articulated. Thigh swivel, and then ankle tilt. So I mean, in terms of like an articulating Voyager size prime, this guy looks great. Yeah, I think this guy looked really great. I'm very happy with it. I haven't, like I said, I haven't played around with the rest of the box. I mean, we've got this little trailer here. We can go ahead and fold things up. I'm going to compare this. So I do have, yeah, there's a little trailer. I guess the nice thing is it's not a huge trailer, but it also means, from what I understand, is this does not fit deluxe cars. Like here we've got a deluxe car. Yeah, that's not going in, which is a shame. I guess it can fit Legends figures, but there aren't really Legends figures in the Earthrise line, so that's a little confusing. It does support the AIR system, and we do get the robotic repair bay, so we can, stand him up, have his full repair bay going if we want that. It's just this sort of accessory is the sort of thing I didn't need. And it was $50 for Earthrise Prime, which is retail for a liter, even though it's an exclusive, which I appreciate. But I would have been perfectly happy having only spent like $30 and just gotten this figure. This feels good. Yeah, so, price for what you get, I guess for me, because I wanted to check out this mold, but I wanted to make sure I got it in a color scheme that I didn't own before. I'm pretty happy with it, but I definitely understand someone who already has Earthrise Prime just passing on this. Or now if you're trying to choose and you're like, should I pick it up? Just wait for the Netflix Voyager version. Like, it's the same toy. It's $20 cheaper. It's going to have really nice paint on it, and it's the traditional colors. Like, just grab that version. So let's go ahead and see if we can transform him without looking at the instructions. This might end up getting cut entirely if I am a complete idiot and can't figure it out. So we'll open up the panels, fold away his hands, come in, let's close. It's going to be an Optimus transformation, right? I'm assuming it's not going to be that surprising. Fold this, fold out his little canisters. Not doing anything else with his legs, I assume. Come in here. We can open up the back. Open up this. Oh, that's kind of different. Open up his chest. So open up, fold out, and kind of build his cab from this side. That seems interesting. Fold out, fold out. Oh, that's actually something that I totally didn't do, did I? We didn't look. Yeah, let's take a look at that painted matrix. I mean, that seems kind of nice. It is a separate piece. Look at that. I dig that. I'm assuming that's the same as Earthrise, the standard mold. Fold things. Get our little cab situated. Get these wheels out of the way. Flipping this section down. Folding that in. Flipping this section around. And now we can close our cab area. Let's fold that head in. There we go. Come around back. Folding these arms in. Yeah, so in terms of transformation, like, it doesn't feel like there's anything super surprising. I think I'm missing one step here. These pieces need to fold in on the back to give room for those arms to come in. There we go. and everything locks in place all nice and neat. So yeah, like without instructions, I mean, it's an Optimus Prime transformation. How many of those have we seen before? I'll admit I'm a bit disappointed in transformation. Not that anything is bad. Everything felt good, and it locks and it clicks and it does all that stuff. But I guess from hearing other people talk about it, I thought that Earthrise Optimus kind of did something new and neat in terms of transformation. The figure's posability is great, but I guess for some reason people were like, oh man, check out Earthrise Optimus. And from the mold perspective, from just like an Optimus transformation, like I was able to fumble my way through that without any major issues. It's like fold out the cab, flip around the chest, fold everything back in. Yeah, I think it's fine. It's a very good Generations representation of G1 Optimus Prime. It is a little on the small side. I think plenty of people have discussed this before, but comparing, like, again, I like Prime. I like the Prime mold, but I like to collect different versions. Comparing just the cabs of the Earthrise to the original Generations mold, the Classics mold, it's a teeny bit smaller. I like having different Optimuses. I think the best thing I can say about the box that comes with them, the trailer, is that it's small and it won't really get in the way. Whereas other trailer pieces, they can really get in the way. For example, here is the trailer I have for my Voyager Optimus Prime. It goes with my first edition Optimus Prime, and it's designed for, I think the original trailer was for Dark of the Moon Voyager Optimus Prime. And we can just see this massive difference in size here. I mean, almost double the length, not quite, but almost double the length. Way, way bigger. This one does fit, and we've got all my bits in here, but this one can fit a deluxe car, you know, no problem. This one, you need like some sort of legend scale vehicle to comfortably put him in there. So there's a difference. I mean, maybe it can fit deluxe cliff jumper / Bumblebee / everything else. But that's really my biggest gripe about this set is if I could have paid $30 and gotten a neat Voyager Optimus Prime mold, which we always know these Optimus Prime molds are going to be good. They make sure they put in the attention to detail, the focus, the budget to make sure this is a good figure. It articulates great. No complaints there. The transformation is, it's fine. I can't even call it fine. The transformation is good. It's a good transformation that I, just as an old fogey, am complaining about because I've seen it too much. That's really, like, that's not an issue. If you're looking for a good Optimus Prime figure, I think Earthrise is the best G1 style Voyager. Yeah, so final thoughts on Amazon exclusive alternate universe Optimus Prime. I think there's a couple reasons to pick it up. I think one, if you want a unique Optimus Prime color scheme that we don't get a lot of, I really like this color scheme. I like the monotone, I like the grayscale, I like the black legs a lot. If you're, an Optimus Prime completionist and you got to get all of them, then here's another one for you. I think if you are curious about the Earthrise mold, however, or you want a Voyager Optimus Prime in your collection, like I don't think this adds $20 worth of value to the set. I understand why it's priced that way, but the only reason that I got this guy was because of the color scheme. I would have been perfectly fine if they did it the same as the Netflix set and they just let me pick this body up at a $30 price point. I think the articulation is great. I think that's, no question about it. I think the transformation is not like new and inventive, but it's polished and it feels good and it does everything I want it to do. I just think that, for someone who's had a lot of Optimus Primes, it is the best G1 Optimus Prime mold. and this is a unique take on it. But I don't know that it's $50 good. I think if you're spending that kind of money, save up. If you really want the absolute best, save up and get MP44, because this guy is the best Optimus Prime, and it's amazing. Otherwise, this is fine if you want that color scheme, but maybe just get the Netflix version that's coming out, because that seems just fine too. All right, that's it. I'm rambling. Like I said at the beginning of the video, if you're interested in getting some free collectible Transformers, some Generation Selects figures, some exclusive, some Masterpiece stuff, check out my Extra Life page. I'm raising money to help sick kids, and I'm giving away toys to do it, and I appreciate you checking it out. Have a great one, everyone. See ya.